Now we are going to see the topic mathematical model. So before going into mathematical model, we are going to study what is meant by transfer function. So what is transfer function? Transfer function is a ratio of Laplace transform of the output to the Laplace transform of the input, assuming all initial conditions are 0. So what is transfer function? Transfer function is nothing but the Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input, assuming the all initial conditions are 0. Okay, now we can take one plan. In the plan we take C of t as the output and R of d as the input. Now the Laplace transform of this plan is nothing but the Laplace transform of output. Laplace transform of output C of t is nothing but C of s, and Laplace transform of input R of t is nothing but R of s. So Laplace transform is nothing but C of s divided by R of s. Okay, so Laplace transform of R of t is nothing but R of s. Laplace transform of C of t is nothing but C of s, and the symbol L, it is nothing but the Laplace operator. Now what are the uses of transfer function? Transfer function helps us to check the stability of the system, whether the given system is stable or not. Time domain and frequency domain characteristics of the system. So we can find the time domain and frequency domain characteristics of the system. We will be studying what is meant by time domain characteristics and what is meant by frequency domain characteristics in our second unit. Okay, then we can find the response of a system for a given input. If you are giving an input to a particular system, then what will be its response to that particular input by the system? That we can find out by using this transfer function. Similarly, we can find the overall gain by using this transfer function. Now, why we are using Laplace transform? So what is transfer function? Transfer function is nothing but the Laplace transform of output by input. So first we are going to know why we are using Laplace transform. So by using Laplace transform, we can convert many common functions into algebraic function of complex variable s. So what is the use of Laplace transform? By using Laplace transform, we can convert many common functions into algebraic functions. Okay. For example, if you are having sin omega t, and if you take the Laplace transform for the sin omega t, you will be getting omega divided by s square plus omega square. Now, if you are having a term e to the power at, then the Laplace transform of e to the power minus at is equal to 1 divided by s plus a, where s is a complex variable or complex frequency and is given by sigma plus j omega. What is s? S is nothing but sigma plus j omega. Now Laplace transform of x of t is equal to x of s. Laplace transform of dxt by dt is nothing but s into x of s. So for x of t it is x of s, and by then for dx by dt is equal to s into x of s, and Laplace transform of dx square t divided by dt is equal to s square into x of s. Okay, so these we will be using in this mathematical modeling. For what is the Laplace transform of x of t? X of s. Dx of t by dt s into x of s. What is Laplace transform of dx square of t by dt? S square into x of s. Now we are going to see what is mean by a model. What is our topic? Mathematical modeling is a topic. In this mathematical modeling, first we have studied what is mean by transfer function. Then we have studied what is the need of transfer function. Then we have studied why we are using Laplace transform. Then we are going to study model. So what is a model? A model is nothing but a simplified representation or abstraction of a reality. Okay, small prototype, it is nothing called as a model. What is model? Model is nothing but a simplified representation of a original one. Okay, so reality is generally too complex to copy exactly. So we are using models. Okay, much of the complexity is actually irrelevant in problem solving. So if you are using the actual thing for problem solving or analyzing, it will be more complex. So only we are using a model, and by using model we are analyzing the system. Now we are going to see what is meant by mathematical model. So mathematical model is nothing but it is a set of mathematical differential equation, okay, that describe the input output behavior of a system. What is mathematical model? Mathematical model is nothing but it is a set of differential equation. It describes the input output behavior of a system. Now what are the uses of a model? The model, we can use it for simulation, and we can use it for prediction and forecasting. We can use it for prognostics and diagnostics, and we can use it for design and performance evaluation. We can use it for control system design. Okay, now we are directly going into the topic, mathematical models of control system. So in control system we are using mathematical models. Actually I have already informed what is meant by a mathematical model. Mathematical model is nothing but is a set of differential equation. They are describing the dynamic characteristics of a system. Okay, so what is mathematical model? Mathematical model is nothing but a set of mathematical equation. Mathematical equation in the sense it is a differential equations. It describes the dynamic characteristics of the system. So there are two types of system. One is mechanical system, next one is electrical system. So first we are going to see what are the things which is coming under mechanical system. So mechanical system, there are two types. One is mechanical translational system and another one mechanical rotational system. First there are two types of system. First is mechanical system and electrical system. In mechanical system there are two classification. Two types. One is mechanical translation system, another one is mechanical rotational system. First we are going for mathematical translation system. So in mathematical translation system, the input is nothing but the force and the output is nothing but the displacement. Okay, you are applying some force, due to that force you will be getting some displacement, some movement we will be getting. So the mechanical translation systems can be obtained by using three basic elements. There are three basic elements in mechanical translational system. The first one is mass, the second one is dashpot, and third one is spring. What are the three basic elements of mechanical translation system? First one is mass, second one is dashpot, and third one is spring. Okay, first we are going to study what are the list of symbols we are used in mechanical translational system. So first one x is nothing but the displacement in meter. Second one velocity, that is nothing but dx by dt is velocity. Third one acceleration, that is nothing but d square x by dt square or dv by dt. Okay, it is acceleration. What are the first one displacement x, then velocity dx by dt, and acceleration d square x by dt square. Now F is nothing but the applied force and its unit is Newton. What is F? F is nothing but the applied force. If you are applying some force, automatically some displacement will be there. Okay, that is x. So some velocity will be there, v, that is nothing but dx by dt. Then acceleration will be there, that is nothing but d square x by dt square. Now F is nothing but opposing force. So when you are applying some force in one direction, automatically you will be having some opposing force in opposite direction. So Fm is nothing but the opposing force offered by mass of the body. Okay, so Fm is nothing but the opposing force that is offered by mass of the body. So initially we have seen we are having three basic elements. One is mass, the second one is dashpot, and third one is spring. Now Fk is nothing but the opposing force offered by the elasticity of the body, that is nothing but by spring. The opposing force offered by the spring. And last one Fb is nothing but the opposing force offered by friction of the body, it is nothing but dashpot. What is FB? FB is nothing but the opposing force offered by the friction of the body. So the lowercase letters, this FB, FK, FM, F, these lowercase letters indicate they are the function of time. They are depending on time. So next one M. M is nothing but the mass in kg. Next B is nothing but viscous friction coefficient in Newton second per meter. Next one K is nothing but the stiffness of spring. What is M? F is nothing but mass. B is nothing but viscous friction coefficient. K is nothing but stiffness of the spring. Now first M, we are going to see mass M. So consider an ideal mass element. So this is nothing but an ideal mass element. One end is fixed and in the other end you are applying a force F. So due to this force F is nothing but the applied force, and due to this applied force there will be an opposing force F, okay, due to the mass. And this opposing force is nothing but it is proportional to acceleration, that is nothing but d square x by dt square. Fm is proportional to d square x by dt square. So when changing this proportionality sign, we will be getting that Fm, that is force, opposing force by a mass, is equal to capital M into d square x by dt square. X is nothing but the displacement. So opposing force of a mass is nothing but m into acceleration, that is d square x by dt square. So whenever you are having a mass and we are applying a force m, the opposing force is equal to m into d square x by dt square. The x is nothing but the displacement. By Newton's law, applied force is equal to opposing force. So F is equal to Fm. So next we are going to see the second element, dashpot. So consider an ideal frictional element, dashpot. So here also the dashpot is fixed at one end, and in the another end a force is applied. So F is nothing but the applied force, and Fb is nothing but the opposing force due to this dashpot. Okay. Now Fb is proportional to the velocity, that is nothing but dx by dt. So when removing this proportionality constant, we will be getting Fb is equal to capital B is into dx by dt. So by Newton's second law, applied force is equal to opposing force. So F is equal to Fb is equal to B into dx by dt. Now we are going to see the third one, spring. So now we have see the dashpot which is fixed at one end. Now we are going to see the dashpot which is having both the end. It is both ends are not one of the end is not fixed. So when you are applying a force, at one end it is having a displacement of x1, and in the another end it is having a displacement of x2. So Fb is nothing but d by dt of x1 minus x2. Okay, d by dt of x1 minus x2. So when removing that proportionality sign, we will be getting Fb is equal to capital B into d by dt of x1 minus x2. By Newton's second law, applied force is equal to opposing force. So F is equal to Fb equal to B into d by dt of x1 minus x2. Now we are going to see the spring. So it is one element is one side is fixed. So we are on the other side, we are putting a force F. So F is nothing but the applied force, and opposing force Fk is proportional to the displacement. So Fk is proportional to x. So when removing the proportionality sign, Fk is equal to capital K into x. By Newton's second law, applied force is equal to opposing force. Now both the ends of the one of the end is not fixed and both the ends are free. So when you are applying a force, it will be having a displacement of x1 at one point and x2 at another point. So Fk is proportional to x1 minus x2. When removing the proportionality, you will be getting Fk is equal to capital K into x1 minus x2. By Newton's second law, F is equal to Fk is equal to K into x1 minus x2. That is nothing but applied force is equal to opposing force. So in here we have studied the three basic elements of mathematical translational system.